there. This is Datila with Rangers of Wrestling, reviewing the Wrestling Time Post show. And for tonight, I will be reviewing Monday Night Raw. Alright, so Monday Night Raw actually kicked off with Titus O'Neal, which I thought was an interesting choice because I was not expecting Titus O'Neal to open up Monday Night Raw. But he was basically saying that he likes putting smiles on people's faces inside and outside of the ring. People start chanting USA. And he said he reached the pinnacle of his career when he became a global ambassador. And he says that politics, religion, or subjects are, you won't hear that being talked about in WWE. He says that it's a safe haven for people to have a good time. And then he welcomes people to Monday Night Raw. So, interesting little opening segment, I would say. And like I said, I was not expecting Titus O'Neal to open Monday Night Raw. I do apologize for the police sirens. My window is open. So, the next thing after that, we got a Becky Lynch promo. She's basically comparing her journey to get her title back to the little engine that could. And she's talking about how the winner of Bianca BelAir and Carmella would face her at SummerSlam. Yeah, it was a weird to open Raw with Titus. It definitely was. And so afterward, you know where this is going. Bianca comes out and she says she plans to rewrite the lowest moment in her career. If you guys recall, last year at SummerSlam, Becky Lynch did defeat Bianca BelAir in 26 seconds. I was there live for that. Boy, the crowd was not having that. I didn't like it. I mean, the reaction and the boos that got was wow. So the Bex Express is running wild. Choo choo. It derailed because of how awful Becky is on the mic. So then Carmella comes out. Again, you know where this is going. Carmella comes out and says she finds it convenient that BelAir got distracted by Becky. And then Bianca gets tag teamed by both Becky Lynch and Carmella. You'd think someone's going to come out and say, poor Bianca, but no. Nobody comes out to aid her. So we didn't get a tag team match, player. Holla. So the segment basically ends with Becky Lynch giving Bianca BelAir the manhandle slam. Which leads us to our opening match. Is the Raw Women's Championship match, Bianca BelAir versus Carmella. So the title apparently can change hands via countout. And so there's no champion's advantage. Honestly, nothing against Bianca BelAir. I like Bianca BelAir, but I could care less for this match because we've seen this match twice already. Oh, we did get a tag. We did get a Holla Holla tag match later on. I'll get more on that later. But like I said, I didn't really care for this. I think we all knew Bianca BelAir was going to win this. I really did. We think for 1 second Carmella was going to stand a chance against Bianca? No. So now it's going to be Bianca BelAir versus Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. Again. This is either going to end with Bianca avenging her loss from last year, or it's going to end with Becky Lynch becoming a new champion. This match happened 3 times in 3 weeks. Yes, it did. And I'm tired of seeing that. So at the end of the match, Becky Lynch grabbed BelAir's title and she tossed it to her pretty much. So I don't doubt it's going to be a good match. It is. It's going to be a good match. However, we've seen the match before. I don't care. I don't. WWE has not made me care about this because we've seen it before. How many times have we seen this match and this feud? We saw this feud last year, or we saw this feud earlier this year. Now we're going to see it again. Come on. Now. I hope this is the last time we see this feud. Then we get a quick backstage segment with the Street Profits, who they're talking about how they start talking about Jeff, like Jeff Jarrett, Jeff Bridges, or cousin Jeff, which I thought was kind of funny. And so they're talking about how the Usos might take a guitar to the back. And we're supposed to be hyped for their match, but we've seen their match before. I don't even know what to say anymore. So then MVP and Omos show up, and MVP starts talking about how he would like to team with Omos to take on the Street Profits, but tonight it's going to be Omos versus Dawkins. You know where that's going, player. Holla. And that's the end of that segment. Okay, so like almost pinned Dawkins, which I guess is how this match is coming to be, but it just doesn't make sense. What does this have to do with the build to the Usos? Then we had the KO show with the KO show with Riddle. And KO basically starts talking about how like he knows that we missed him and that Riddle's gonna face Rollins at SummerSlam. And so he brings Riddle out, and Riddle, typical Riddle, was like, oh, that he was promised a Mountain Dew Baja Blast. First of all, ew, who likes Mountain Dew? I don't like Mountain Dew. I've never met anybody that likes Mountain Dew. Ew. And KO basically tries to say that he drove himself crazy trying to prove Elias and Ezekiel were the same person. That is true. We did see that descent. He said he went on a nice little nature retreat and because he needed to take a step back. And he doesn't care about Elias or Ezekiel and that they can fail miserably. What? I like Mountain Dew. Code Red is about Code Red? No, like I don't like Mountain Dew. Okay. And so Baja Blast is one of my favorite drinks. Really? Okay. So then, like, KO basically says that the only reason Rollins, he bought out Riddle out here is because he has a match with Seth Rollins. And he's basically saying that Rollins caused him great anguish after he pretended to be his friend. You guys recall that Rollins KO pairing, which I thought was actually pretty good. I'm a bit disappointed they didn't get a chance to challenge for the tag titles or become tag team champions. Next video, Datila tries Mountain Dew. No, maybe not on this channel. No, I'm not gonna try Mountain Dew. So he says that he basically starts saying that he's shocked that Riddle actually like trust Orton because Orton is like a snake, and he says that he actually turned over a new leaf and he can prove it to him. So then Riddle says he's done talking because he got upset that he was talking bad about Orton. Don't you dare try the flaming hot Mountain Dew though. Oh, is it that spicy? Okay. So then Rollins' music plays and then it stops. And then like Riddle turns around and KO's like, I had nothing to do with this. And then Rollins attacks Riddle. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think KO had something to do with this? Or is he completely innocent? I think KO had something to do with it. I think Team Seth and Kevin would reunite. But then I don't know. I don't think KO's turned a new leaf, though. That for sure, I don't think so. See, give the video a 100 likes and Datila would try a Mountain Dew. LOL, JK. Okay. If by some miracle this live stream gets 100 likes, I will try a Mountain Dew. But the classic Mountain Dew. No. Okay, a Baja Blast then. So basically after this, it cuts to Seth Rollins backstage and he's asked why he's attacked Riddle. And he says that Riddle is so stupid to think that Orton cared about him. And then Ezekiel calls out Rollins and Rollins basically says that he does whatever he wants. Code Red. Why Code Red? And then Zeke tells Rollins not to talk about his family that this is about to pick up here. So far, really, the only thing I've liked about Raw up to this point has been that KO show. I think Kevin Owens can just work with anything, pretty much. There's so many promos on this Raw. Seriously, more talking than actual wrestling. All right, then we get a Damien Priest promo. He's basically telling people to to raise for the Punisher and for Judgment Day, and that Dominic will make the right decision and join them. So then this leads into Damien Priest versus Rey Mysterio, which was a decent match. Okay, it was okay. So like at the end, Damien Priest ends up victorious, and he says that Dominic is going to join Judgment Day. So they start attacking Rey, and Dominic says that he'll join to save his dad, but you know they're not going to fall for that, and so they hit him with the chairs. That is Raw review brought to you by Mountain Dew. That's a good one. All right. So I don't know, like Raw's pacing's kind of like all over the place sometimes. Because then after this, we get Seth freaking Rollins versus Ezekiel, which was not a bad match. Actually, wasn't that bad. But Seth Rollins wins. Of course, he wins this after that superplex to the Falcon Arrow. Oh, actually, no. But that superplex to the Falcon Arrow was actually a pretty cool combination, but that wasn't enough to win the match. Ezekiel kicked out after that, and he won with the stomp to Ezekiel. But yeah, same match we saw 2 weeks ago, same outcome. Yeah, definitely rinse and repeat. Okay, so this is a lot of rinse and repeating, huh? So then we get a quick backstage segment with Omos and the Usos, basically saying that Dawkins doesn't stand a chance against Omos, and that they have front row seats to see this, and then MVP basically wants to team with Omos. I don't know why they did this, but we get Omos versus Angelo Dawkins, which really doesn't go anywhere because MVP gets involved. He trips Angelo Dawkins, which leads to a DQ. Kind of a waste of time. Because you know where this is going, player. Holla, we got a tag team match because Adam Pearce comes out and makes a tag team match since he says MVP wanted a tag with Omos, so he got it. And then we get Omos an MVP versus the Street Profits. But of course, this doesn't have a finish because the Usos get involved and cause a DQ, and then they stand tall over the Street Profits. So many DQ finishes, honestly. Like, it kind of really, like, made me not care because it's, like, so typical WWE. You have a DQ finish here, DQ finish there. Holla, holla, holla. 2 DQs in one night. What a waste of time. Yeah, definitely. I don't know why we get into the DQs. I really dislike the DQ finishes, but it's typical WWE booking. It really is. We get a quick Veer Mahaan segment, and he goes boo, and then laughs and walks away. And then Miz says that he says that he hopes Logan Paul comes to senses and they become undisputed tag champions. So that's the end of that. Then Theory cuts a promo and he starts talking about how Summerslam will be the biggest Summerslam of all time. He's gonna take back the U.S. title and either cash in on Lesnar or on Reigns. That is what they got for Veer offer. Yeah, like I don't understand what happened with Veer. Like he went from doing his Jobber of the Week thing to feuding with the Mysterios and then kind of just disappeared. So I don't know what their plan is. I just hope they don't turn him into like they don't give him like a silly gimmick because he was actually a really intimidating monster and he could talk on the mic, so he deserves better. But I think everybody in WWE deserves better. All right, so basically, back to what I say. So Theory pretty much starts talking about how like people are jealous of him. And he starts to say that the Ziggler, the Usos, Lesnar's, Madcap Moss, Reigns don't like him. Ziggler's jealous and calls him pathetic. And Veer's going to be dancing with Shanky. Don't say that. Don't put that evil on him, Ricky Bobby. Give Veer a chance. Yeah, definitely. So this whole segment is supposed to lead to AJ Styles versus Theory, which actually was not a bad match. But I hate the fact that AJ Styles won by countout because AJ Styles doesn't need to win by countout. They had him win by countout because Dolph Ziggler came out. He was sitting at ringside and he actually super kicked Theory while the ref had her back turned, so she didn't see that. So now here we go. So why we don't even know why Ziggler's attacking Theory. But yeah, at the end of the match, AJ Styles hits Theory with the Styles Clash. He should have done that during the match. Theory got that what treatment. Yeah, he did. The crowd was chanting what throughout his segment. And I don't know. It's like, I guess, I don't know who's supposed to be the heel and the face in this. I think in WWE's eyes, Theory is the face and Ziggler is a heel. But to us, Ziggler is a face and Theory is a heel. But you know how WWE books. So in the next one, we get the 6-woman tag match. Asuka, Alexa Bliss, and Dana Brooke versus Nikki ASH, Doudrop, and Tamina. This match was completely and absolutely pointless. There is no explanation as to why Dolph is there. Yeah, probably. So, the only cool spot, in my opinion, during this match that took place was Dana crossbodying Tamina and Doudrop. But, so let me get this straight. 24/7 rules, if it's being defended, rules don't apply. But in a normal match, the 24/7 rules apparently don't apply because Tozawa ended up pinning Dana, and then Nikki became 24/7 champion, and Alexa Bliss and Doudrop, and then Dana Brooke regained her title, and then Asuka put the Asuka lock on Nikki ASH and her team, which was her, Alexa Bliss, and Dana Brooke were victorious. How does this make sense? I did not understand this match or this segment. This was a total waste of time. I felt sorry for the ladies. This segment gave me such a headache. Yeah, I did. I felt like Rita Repulsa when she says she's got a headache. But, like, I honestly felt so bad for the women. Like, they didn't even get a chance to really, like, do anything in this match because it was taken over by a 24/7 segment. Seriously. Give the women a chance. Like, this is your second women's night and, like, second women's match of the night. The first one, they gave time to Carmella and Bianca, but they don't even want to give time to the rest of the women. So what does that say? So if you're not Bianca, you're not the champion, to hell with you guys? Is that what, I guess that's the message they're basically sending. Alpha 5, ay. Yeah. And then in the main event, we got Miz TV with Logan Paul. So this segment was pretty much, let me see, well, Alpha Academy, or as you call them, Alpha 5, wasn't on the show tonight. I call them Alpha 5 by accident, okay? So Megazord is right here, okay? Do you blame me? This makes me think about Power Rangers when, okay, the Megazord is right here. Except Megazord sequence is not activated. So the crowd booed Logan Paul. Like, we got recaps to the WrestleMania match. The crowd just was not feeling Logan Paul. And it's very obvious there that he's going to push him as a babyface when he should so be a heel. In my personal opinion, this is just my opinion, Logan Paul should be a heel. I think he would be an excellent heel. I think that he can make the crowd boo him. But as you saw, they're pushing him as a face. And he did not get any reaction. He only got reaction when he said the Miz had tiny balls, because then the crowd started chanting tiny balls. So, and he's going to host Impulsive TV next week at Madison Square Garden. Total disaster. But Ciampa attacked Logan Paul. So, you know where this means we're going to probably get ourselves a tag team match. I don't think that they think that, I think that WWE thinks that Logan Paul's just not ready to have a one-on-one match, so hence why we're getting the tag match. It's going to be Logan Paul and a partner. I guess we'll find out next week versus Paulie and Miz and Ciampa. But, wow. Can't believe this main event. What a waste of time. Yeah, definitely. They should have opened Raw, if you ask me. But, wow. Overall, I'd give Raw tonight a 3 out of 10. This is supposed to be building towards SummerSlam, and I'm not even excited for SummerSlam. Honestly, I'm not. Next week's being the go-home shows, I think they're going to be terrible. 0 out of 10. Show was a dumpster fire. Thank God I'm not going to Raw next week. Oh, you're not going to Raw? Okay, but I do have an Edge update. So Fightful Select reporting that WWE has planned to bring Edge into New York City for next week's WWE Raw from Madison Square Garden. They can't confirm if Edge will actually appear on the July 25th WWE Raw Madison Square Garden show, but they can confirm that WWE has internal plans to bring him into the show, which will serve as the go-home show Raw for SummerSlam in Nashville. So there you have it, you guys. But overall, terrible show. I think SmackDown's gonna be worse. But with that being said, you guys, thank you guys all so much for watching and for your continuous support. Please help me out and leave a like, subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live or release a new video. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday live after AEW Dynamite. Bye.